In this video, I'm going to break down how I created this video desk setup with one light and an iPhone. And with this setup, we're going to look at how I made decisions around camera placement, light placement, and the settings I use to make it look like it costs thousands of dollars to make, when really it's just a $180 light and my phone. Let's dive right in. The first thing we need to start with is camera placement. My goal here was for my shot to have a great sense of depth. This is one of the best ways that you can make your setup look more professional. When you just post up in front of a wall, the shot looks really flat and feels cramped, compared to when you have layers of depth to your frame, or what we might call foreground, midground, and background. Now for my setup, I knew that I wanted to do something involving my desk. My work as a creator is centralized at my desk, so I wanted a shot that showed me in my space. In order to create the most amount of depth in my space, I chose to place my camera on the left-hand side of my desk. This allowed for me and part of my desk to sit in the foreground, my shelf with all my books to sit in the midground, and then my chair and lamp in the background. Take a look at how much depth I was able to create with this shot versus the one with the camera placed on the other side of the desk. Now that we have the camera set up, aka my phone, we can start by placing our light. Today, I'm using the Godox SL60W. This is an awesome daylight LED that you can get on Amazon for around $130. I have it paired up with a softbox, which is what's giving me that nice soft light. If we didn't have a softbox, this setup would be nearly impossible. Using a softbox is going to soften the light to get a more even spread, softer shadows, and overall just a more flattering image compared to using the light by itself. Before we make a decision on where to place the light though, let's start by seeing what light we already have available to us. Now out the gate, we can see that we have light coming off of the computer monitors and then a little bit of rim light from the windows behind me. Now I love this rim light from the windows because it's another great way to add depth and dimension. Remember, depth equals a dynamic shot that looks professional. Now, as for where to put the one light that we have access to, I'm going to tell you a hack that I like to use when you're not sure where to put your main light and you have to account for existing light in the shot. Personally, I always like to place my main light so that it accentuates or enhances the light that we already have. This is going to do a couple things for us. Number one, it's going to help it look more natural because we're going to play with the existing light in the scene. And then number two, it's going to allow the shot to look less artificially lit or overproduced. Now that's not a bad thing if your shot looks produced, but sometimes all you need to do is enhance the light that you already have access to. And when we only have one light that we're playing with, we want to enhance what we already have versus trying to reinvent the wheel. Now, last up is our phone settings, and this one is super easy. There are none. I literally opened up the camera app, flipped on the front-facing camera, and hit record on my iPhone 14 Pro. I'm shooting in 4K at 24 frames per second, and that's it. That's the power of enhancing the available light in your room and framing up your shot to create maximum depth. After that, the phone takes care of the rest. Now, the next thing that you need to do is go watch this video right here that I made showing you how to take what you just learned to use it with your iPhone as a webcam so that you can make your next Zoom call look like $1 million. If this was helpful for you in any way, please do hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's it for right now. I'll catch you in the next one.